Alright. Um, I've come to a dilemma. I've been working on my own card game for a week now. I started on the 13th, it is now the 20th, so here we are, we have 7 days. I have 94 functional working cards in this game. Um, and not just like, oh, you can drag them and drop them and they go to the grave and all, like, they go where you drag them to. No, 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 no. I can legitimately place these cards on the field, and then we go into the reveal phase. They flip up. That automatically puts us in the action phase. I don't have any actions right now. So we go to the power phase, and this one can use its ability to make this guy have more health. This one can use its ability, discard this. I draw 2 more cards. Combat. My cards can deal damage to other cards. They die, they automatically go to the grave when they die. Everything is fully functional. Alright, end phase automatically progresses, puts everything back to the hand, goes into the draw phase of the next turn, draws, and then goes into main phase. It's all very automated. The deck builder is fully functional. It has a load setting, it has a save setting. I have 94 cards. There's a couple of duplicates in here because it takes the test cards too. Um, but I can build a deck with, whatever cards I want. It has limits on some cards. You can't put in more than 3 copies of a particular card or 1 copies of your heroes. Except for the exception, which is Arrow, which you can put in any number you want. This game is at a almost playable state. The only thing I haven't added to this game is multiplayer, which obviously I need to do because obviously I don't have a bot to play against. I'm just playing against a test field, throwing effects at it. There's elemental damage. Things take extra damage. As I said, everything is automated. All these cards do everything I ask them to do. However, the script sizes are getting fucking insane. Like, if I just have a quick squiz at this, if it wants to load. There you go, 1,000 lines. It's just getting unbearable because to change something in that script, to find, it just takes forever, right? I've got to change something in there, I've got to find it, I've got to try and not break the rest of it. If I get stuck, I send the script to an AI and I'm like, what's wrong with this? Why is it broken? And it can fix it for me and give it back to me. But it's an AI, so it will break parts of it because it is not as smart as... It's smarter than me, but it's not as smart as I need it to be to not fuck these scripts up. So it does fuck these scripts up. So I've got to try and mash them together, and that gets harder and harder the more lines you get. Okay, this was getting ridiculous at 400 lines. This is getting fucking bonkers at 1,000 lines. I'm so glad that I haven't touched this script in 2 days. And I have 25 or so of these scripts. So it all comes down to a question. One simple fucking question. Do I finish getting this game playable? I add a life counter. I add the game start stuff where you pick your hero from your deck to add to your hand. And I add multiplayer functionality. 3 things. Game is playable. You can play it with the current 94 cards. There are very minimal glitches. I'd also have to add a lobby. So 4 changes. Or I take another couple days. And I mean days. And I write an individual script for every single card. Every card would have its own unique script. They could be sorted into folders. I've checked, that works. I can put a script in a folder, it still functions the same. So they're sorted into folders, they're all named. And then your scripts that control all action cards would just control what action cards do, how they operate. The fact that they can only be played in action phase, the fact that once they're played, they go to grave. The fighter ability script would be no more. We wouldn't need the fighter ability script. We could just have the fighter card script that tells you what fighter cards can do, and instead of the fighter ability script, we have 60 of these fucking things that are small and 20 to 30 lines long each, maybe 50 to 100 on some big complex ones. And we have those for each individual card. But that means redoing the 94 fully operational cards that I've got here. I mean, a lot of it I can just copy from the existing fighter card, the fighter ability script, into its own individual script. A lot of it will just be copy paste. But then I'm going to have to retest all these cards. And especially these last few, these ones have just been complex as shit. Like, this one lets you look at your opponent's hand for 5 seconds. That was first try. That worked immediately. Wow, perfection. This one gets a sword from your deck and puts it onto your field equipped to a guy. That took a few minutes, a few attempts. This one shuffles your guy. This one does damage and then does damage to everyone, and then at the end of the turn your guy shuffles back or goes to the bottom of the deck. That took most of today. Yeah, so some of these took a lot. Splash drawing, that was difficult. Some of them were easy. Heal worked first try. It just did what I asked it to. And sometimes things will break. Like while testing Explode, I learned that for whatever reason weaknesses stopped working. I had to go fix it. Because I'm just fucking around with so many scripts, sometimes things break. Sometimes you got to change something. Sometimes something is set to private when it's supposed to be set to public. And because of that, you've got to go through and find it and fix it. You can't just set everything to public because then the game breaks. So you got to set everything to private, wait for it to not work, and then set it to public. I have not been taught how to do this. I don't have the mental capacity to just like sit in a classroom and have someone say, this is how you do this, and I take that in, learn from it, and change it. And you can do it, just execute it. This is trial and error, okay? This is a monkey at a keyboard doing this, and sometimes something works, and I go, ooh, that. And I fucking repeat it. As I said, when I get stuck, I just asked fucking Grok. And Grok, amazing. Trust me, ChatGPT could not do this. But do I really... I need someone to tell me that I'm correct. That to have 94 cards among 6 scripts... Sorry, 5... sorry. 92 cards among 4 scripts right now. Because I'm 3 scripts right now. Because I'm only using those 3. The other 2 scripts only have 1, and I made up the 6th one. So, 92 cards among 3 scripts is ridiculous. It's super large. I need someone to tell me that I'm making the right decision to do an individual script for each one, because it seems like such a daunting task, and it feels like I'm basically restarting the project. I know I'm not. The game is so functional. It's in such a good state, and it really probably will only take 3-4 days. I'm so busy this weekend. It's going to be next week. Do you know how many 3-4 a.m. nights I've had? I was like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm not going to wait up for the Elestrals drops. I'm still doing this when the Elestrals info drops. I'm becoming deranged and tired. I woke up at like 9 a.m. today to get onto this after being up till 3 a.m. fucking doing this. And that's been my schedule, man. I'm exhausted. The weather has been temperamental. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's hot. Sometimes it's raining and hot. Sometimes it's so cold I have to have the fan off and 3 blankets on. It's so temperamental, and I'm hungry all the time and thirsty all the time, and I'm really kind of just like, I can feel myself slipping into obsessiveness in working on this, okay? I'll be doing menu log and DoorDash on my phone while doing this. So I'll have it up, ready to go. As soon as an order comes through, I do it. And the first thing I do when I finish the order is I come back here and do more. I'm skipping on fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Tonight because A, I'm broke, and B, I wanted to do this. I'm having a blast. It's so cool. It is genuinely such a fucking cool experience. But I've done all this on my own in a week. With no prior knowledge or skills. Just fucking trial and error. Again and again. And Grok to help. And this is what AI should be used for, by the way, is not to do things for us. It is to assist. It is an assistant, a personal assistant. Why the fuck doesn't this work, Rock? Send it to him. And he's like, because you put a colon instead of a semicolon, you fucking numbskull. Thank you. The console is becoming unreadable because my errors are just fucking off the charts. Okay, I cleared this before I started this video, so everything you saw just fucking did all that. Just someone tell me if I'm making a mistake while I go take a break and catch up with my mates, because they're going to be going out for pizza soon and I'm going to go sit with them. But please, is this a mistake to try and do an individual script for all 94 cards and then for all, 206 additional cards that I'm going to have to do after that? Obviously, I'll get the game playable before I put in 300 cards. Once I hit 100, I'll go and focus on playability. The first 60 or so of these 94 cards, which is really easy to do. And then I put in some more complicated ones just to make the game more enjoyable where people can play it. So what do I do, guys? Do I keep going, keep slogging on? I feel like that's not even an option. Do I get this game in a playable state, have people test it, or do I just restart the 90 cards with their own individual scripts, which is going to be a lot of scripts, but a lot of tiny scripts instead of one just fucking gargantuan fucking, or 25 gargantuan fucking fuck off scripts that make me cry every time they break because I've got to go through them. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening to me rant and ramble.